Hello, everyone. Good evening. And how are you doing today? Happy Sunday. If you can see me and hear me, please let me know where you're watching from. My name is Omobabirin Adeola Oshideko, and I am very excited to be here today. Let me know where you are watching from. I am streaming live from the city of Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire. So, yeah, let me know where you are watching from. Today, we are going to be talking about overseas job hunts and opportunities for people who want to relocate abroad or for people who are trying to look for job, whether it's remote job or if an on-site job from wherever you're living. You want to get some, want to lay your hands on some job opportunities. This is just the right place for you to be. I just need to be sure I am live, please. If you can see me and hear me, let me know where you're watching from. Good evening, Samuel. Good evening, everyone. I need a few comments. Good evening from LinkedIn. Good evening from YouTube, from Facebook, and from Instagram. Can you see me? We are going to be talking about overseas job hunts. Overseas job hunts. How to land juicy job offers in UK, Canada, Australia, or Europe in 6 months or less, even if you're starting your migration journey afresh. Even if you're starting your immigration journey afresh, we're going to be talking about how you can navigate through it and get your desired job. You're all welcome. Thank you for joining. And please let me know where you're watching from. I am streaming live from the city of Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire. And today I have with me a guest who is going to be helping us on this subject matter. His name is Josiah Okesola. He is and oversee job experts. So the little about him is that he's a multiple award-winning nurse innovator. Josiah Okesola is a multiple award-winning nurse innovator. He is. I'm so used to female guests. He is into nursing innovation advocacy. He's a digital media expert and emerging global health journalist. And of course, is a disruptive thinker. He is also the convener of the African Nurse Baking Boundaries Freelance. So join me as I welcome to stage my guest for today, Josiah Jackson Okesola. Hello.
Hi, Coach
Good
Mita.
evening.
Good to see you.
Finally, good to see you too.
Finally, finally.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you do to support me and my brand. I do not
Yeah,
take it for granted at all. And that
yeah.
is why I'm
Thank God for
all the
everything.
way out for you today too, to support your brand and support you for what you're doing. And thank you for that good job you're doing on overseas job hunt, helping nurses and even health assistants. Okay, so let me give you a brief background. Apart from what I've talked about, let me give you a brief background of my guest today. He is a multiple award-winning global health leader, a digital market expert, emerging edutech innovator, and overseas career transformation coach who is passionate about career mentorship and coaching, especially for Africans, and is also passionate about overseas career transformation. While in Africa, he was appointed as a global leader with the International Council of Nurses and the World Health Organization, with the task of driving career advancement program for Africa healthcare professional. Join me to welcome Mr. Josiah Jackson Okesola with a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Minta.
Good to
It's a
have
good
you on
feeling.
board.
It's a good
Yeah.
feeling to be here.
How is
Seriously.
London today? How is UK? I'm not sure you're in London. Are you in London?
No, I'm not in London. I don't want to be in London.
Okay, can you just tell me why? Like why?
Oh,
Why are you
okay.
not
If you
interested in
have
being in
lived in
London?
Lagos all your life, you don't want to live in
Oh,
London because
now
London
I
and
get it.
Lagos are almost the same thing.
Oh, no
So you
wonder.
want to change
Because
of, the fast-paced environment is not really,
oh,
really good for some of us.
okay.
So we
So
like
are
the
you
quiet.
saying the only thing I used to hear about London is that the cost of living is quite expensive. So are you also
Not
saying
actually
that?
the cost of living. The cost of living is
Okay.
quite a bit cheaper in London when it comes to
Oh,
foodstuffs
really?
and stuff like that. But accommodation
Yeah.
is what is the big problem, and the
Yes.
traffic.
Because anytime I go to London, I like food is cheap. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you eat and eat and want to die, you know. But
yeah,
when it comes to accommodation, there was a
yeah.
time I went and I told my mom I don't want to stay in an hotel, that she should get a like they call it apartments, like an apartment for me. And the fee she was mentioning, I was like, is it not
You
to
know
sleep and
they.
wake up? In fact, the landlady did me shaggy. Do you know that she did not want heater for me? She said it's not part of the uh,
Agreement.
agreement. Cold want to finish my life.
Oh
Since
my
that time,
God.
I said, no need. Let me just go and stay in the hotel because there's really no difference. I was thinking
Yeah.
an apartment is cheaper, more cheaper, and you know, okay, so that's just a little digression and
Mm,
just to come in on a lighter mode. Thank you so much for doing this with us. I know
yeah.
you've been in this walk, in this journey of helping people who want to get overseas job opportunities. But many believe that it is difficult to get job overseas. So I'm going to ask you, are there really job overseas? That's the number one question before I proceed to the B parts. Are there really
Okay.
job overseas?
Okay. Thank you, Minta, for that question. Let me start by answering that question by saying something about thoughts, our thoughts,
Okay.
what goes on in our mind. I used to tell people that your your thoughts can either be your prison or your passport. Yeah, your thoughts can either be your prison or your passport. I think someone said, if you believe you can, you can. And if you believe you
Of course.
can't, you can't. So
No,
whatever goes
yeah.
on in your mind is very. So that's why when it comes to overseas job hunt, the positivity that radiates around the mind is very, very key. So when some people believe that getting a job overseas is difficult, and I tell you, for those who believe so, it is difficult. But I have dealt with people who are coming with a mindset that getting job overseas is not difficult as long as you can do what it takes to get a job. And these people are getting jobs. So every day, I can tell you, people are getting jobs overseas from UK to Canada to Australia, US. I can tell you categorically, Minta, there are jobs overseas. Now, I was speaking with someone a while ago, and a couple who came to Wales a few months ago, and
Okay.
when they said when they got the offer to come to UK, and it was taking some time, and they were like scared. Let's move. Won't people finish these jobs waiting for us over there? So that because they're coming in through education, and they're like, we need to
Okay.
move as soon as possible because if you don't move early,
Before
won't
the
the
job will
jobs
finish.
finish? And I said, job not they finish for UK. Oh, even Canada. Canada now is coming up. There's a lot of vacancies coming up in Canada. So Minta, there are jobs overseas, and I don't think those jobs will be exhausted in the next one
Exhausted
year.
in
I don't
any
think
time
so.
soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
although some are becoming highly competitive, but what we
Okay.
do is tell our mentors, our coaches, that you need to have a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan. So
And
don't
see.
get it stuck in your mind that you're coming to UK and then close up every other opportunity. Just open up your
Is
mind.
UK or
Yeah.
nothing?
No, no, no. It
Okay, thank
doesn't
you
work
very
that
much
way.
for that answer. So the long and short is mindset. Please channel your mindset towards I will get it. And you know what? I think it's only 6 people that remain in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned. I was telling somebody recently. I said, I'm not sure the people in that Nigeria they are up to six again. Oh. Because when you say this one, say,
They have,
I have moved
they're
to
Japa.
Canada. This one, I have moved to. In fact, you see that your UK, people come in per second. Like
Yeah,
every
you're right.
minute, people are moving. You know
You're right.
why I even get a glimpse of others? You know,
Mm.
we are planning Tiba. So I'm trying to look for people who
Hmm.
reside in the UK so that we can work
Hmm.
together. And I discovered that almost everybody has gone. Meantime, I'm
Yeah.
not in UK, or some people even get to me, oh, please, I'll be part of Tiba. I'm not in UK. I'm not in UK. I'm like, here? It's only 6 people that
Everybody in UK.
left that. So please just channel your mindsets to the right direction and you will get a job. Okay, so that's the first question. Number two question is, which is a bit similar to the first one. What kinds of jobs are available and what countries are hotspots for these jobs?
Okay. We have two type of jobs available. Either in UK, in Canada, in Australia. We have the skilled professions that are in the what we call the shortage occupation list. And the shortage occupation list is a list generated by these countries saying that we need help, like an
Okay.
SOS call for those outside the country saying we need help, come and help us. And places like UK, COVID-19 came and it made it worse. Places like Canada, the people who are in the retirement age are a bit more than and the workforce,
The
the young
working
workforce,
class.
they don't have that young
Yeah.
workforce there. So this place is
Okay.
Australia is a very good place, encouraging people to come over.
Okay,
So
please. Sorry, let me come in a bit.
okay.
Please, can you help us put all those things in the comments, please? And you can also share this video. If you see my screen, you will see what you're going to benefit from sharing this video. You can share this video to get free access to his overseas career mentorship program. So please do well to click the share button. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Just click the share button so that more people can see this video. And please help us drop some of those things he's saying in the comment. Please go ahead. I'm sorry for that breaking transmission.
Yeah, no problem. So I was saying there are jobs. So we have two types of jobs. We have the one on the job occupation shorted list. So each country generates a list called the occupation shorted list. It's like an SOS call saying
Okay.
we have a dearth of these particular professions. We are in need of this profession. So they generate the list, and what they do is they apply some certain conditions that make it easier for these people who are on this list to come into their country than others who are not on that list. So it's the kind of jobs on the on shortage occupation list are the kind of jobs that countries, the overseas countries, feel that they cannot do without people coming to take those jobs. COVID-19 made matters worse. COVID-19
Was
came, and so many businesses were
disrupted
disrupted.
a
Yeah,
lot of
workforce
things.
got depleted, and a lot of things happened. So presently, people who have professions on the job occupation list, depending on each country has their own job shortage list. UK, if you're a driver, if you're a healthcare professional, especially anything healthcare related, these are occupations that are really, really, the workforce is so depleted that, let me use the word desperate. These countries are desperately need people
To
to
get
come and
people work.
strengthen their workforce. Even in Canada, we have skilled jobs like hairstylists, barbers, engineers. These are jobs that this country is saying, yes, we really, really need people to come and take up these jobs. So that's the first kind of job that are easy to get. Those jobs on the occupation list. If you belong to those professions, then it's easier to get in those countries because the countries have a form of laxity when it comes to immigration laws, immigration rules that allow you to come in easily than any other person who is not on that list. Now, the second type of jobs are jobs that are not on the shortage occupation list, but are also jobs that are digitally based, like
Okay.
organizations like Amazon, for example, recruits a lot of people because they are big digital organizations that have widespread network, and they need a lot of people to work with them and transfer help them enhance their network distribution of products and services, coordinate their organizational activities. And this kind of jobs are also available that are digitally based, that require digital skills. These are the kind of jobs that are actually available in
All
overseas
right.
countries. And
Thank
the
you. So
hotspots for this job.
okay.
Number one hotspot is
Hotspot.
UK.
Okay.
Number two hotspot is Canada. Presently, Canada is becoming a very good hotspot now. And we have jobs in Europe too. Even there are some Europe countries like Holland. There are jobs in Holland. Italy. There are jobs in Germany. There are jobs in Germany. So these are places where there are actually jobs.
All right, thank you very much. So, for the purpose of this live stream, we are going to be nailing it down to healthcare assistance. Please, if you're watching, can you help me type healthcare assistance in the comments? healthcare assistants. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And you see these healthcare assistants, a lot of people believe that, me, I'm not a doctor. Me, I'm not a nurse. So, this one is not for me. So our guest is going to be helping us to shed more light on this. Whether you have a medical background or not, can you take up healthcare assistant job? Healthcare assistant. Thank you, everyone who is helping me to type. Nancy, Eyinju, Olodumare, Abati, Adenike, Oluwatobi, Emily Ojo. Thank you, everyone who is joining on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you. So now let's go to the second question, which is going to be talking specifically about healthcare assistance. And if you're watching this, keep Priya from Instagram. I see you, sis. I'm going to talk to you soon. Oh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Thank you, everyone who is joining. So number 2 question now is, what is the step-by-step guide to relocating as a healthcare assistant? And I want everybody to pay attention. What is the step-by-step guide to relocating as healthcare assistants?
Okay, thank you, Minter. That's a very good question. Before I answer that question, I will love to quickly give a background on how the healthcare assistant job opportunity came into the picture.
Please.
I think in December 2021, the UK government decided to do something very, very dramatic. They decided to put out a law declaring the healthcare assistant occupation, the healthcare assistant occupation, and saying it's now on the occupation list, job shortage list. Before then, the healthcare assistant role is not one of those jobs on the job occupation list. But when that decision was made, it opened up a lot of opportunity for people who were not able to come into the UK and take up the job to now have the opportunity to become healthcare assistant in the UK. Now, what does that mean? It means that UK government was saying that we are depleted. The health and social care sector is depleted. We are suffering. We need help. And they're saying, if you can come to help us, we'll also give you some opportunities. And what are those opportunities? You get a fast track visa approval. You can also get a relocation package that requires you to also bring your family along when you're coming. We can give you free accommodation when you arrive. We can give you process your visa for free. We can even pay for your flight ticket if you get an employer who can do so. So it gave an opportunity for people who never had dreamt before of coming to the UK because of the professional qualifications that are attached to the jobs that were available. Now the healthcare assistant role does not need any particular professional job qualification like in HND or BSc or anything.
Let's take that again. And I want people to help me type that particular statement. Please, can you repeat it?
So it means that the healthcare assistant role does not require any particular academic qualification or professional qualification. If you have a school cert, if you have a BNSC, if you have a HND, if you have an ND, if you have a master, no matter what your academic qualification is, means you are eligible. Yeah, you are eligible to come to the UK as healthcare assistant, and that's one. It also says that whether you have been in the healthcare field for 15 years, or you've not even been, your career is not related to the healthcare field, maybe you're an accountant, you're an engineer, you can, as long as you can demonstrate that you can adapt to the health and social care system in the UK, you are also eligible to come in as a healthcare assistant. And that's a big one because as at the time that law came in, it was an advantage. It was advantageous for the UK government because the UK healthcare system, the workers have been shouting that they need help. So it was like listening to the voice of the workers. But it was also an advantage for the African, for the international workers, not only Africa. Now, because some people have been attempting to come into UK, but they've not gotten that opportunity. So these are another opportunity opened up. Now, back to your question, what is the step-by-step guide to relocating to UK as a healthcare assistant? The step-by-step guide, like I tell people, the most important thing that is even more important than any other thing, like, is more important than your voter's card, is more important than your birth certificate. Yeah, the birth certificate is not even important now when we're talking about this. This
Okay.
particular thing is more important than your birth certificate, your voter's card, your academic certificate that you've acquired over the years, and that's your international passport. No international passports, forget about it. You are not
Please,
going
can
anywhere.
you help me type international passport in capital letter in that comment, please? A lot. There was a time I did a video, and I mentioned it in that video that international passport is not luxury. I don't understand why you will be an adult over 18 years and you do not have an international passport. I even saw a tweet recently on a lady talking about how to get it in 4 weeks. If you go to Twitter, I don't know how to look for it. Maybe you can be fortunate to stumble on it on Twitter. The
Wow.
lady gave a step-by-step of how to get your international passport in 4 weeks without bribing anybody,
That's a hot cake.
without doing a take oga. Like in 4 weeks, you will get it, even in Alausa in Lagos. So please, if you're here, you don't have your international passport, this program is not even for you because you have not even get started at all. Because if there's any opportunity coming your way now, how do you explore it? There are situations where people lose opportunities because they don't have their passport ready. And before they open their eyes, close it, the thing is just
Gone.
The thing would have gone. And because the system of international passports in Nigeria is not something you can say, oh, within 2 weeks or within 2 days, I need to get this out. No. So I don't know. Get your international passport, please. Okay, so sorry for that break in transmission.
Yeah. It's very important that you mentioned that.
I need to emphasize that point.
Yeah,
okay.
It's good that you are emphasizing it. When we started our mentorship and coaching program, a lot of people who wanted to enroll did not have international passport. So we had to do a massive reorientation because the mindset was, until I'm ready to travel, that is when I actually need an some people have the mindset that international passport is meant for traveling. And I say, no, international passport is the identity that you are a citizen of that country.
I mean, they ask for
if you don't have
it.
you're not a citizen.
In bank, they ask. Everywhere you go, they ask you to identify yourself with either driver's license, international passport, or national ID card.
Yeah.
So I think people are just not taking it serious. That's just the word.
I think the orientation is changing now, especially since we started talking about overseas job opportunities. Many people have been, making efforts. In fact, now it has come to the extent that some of our mentees are even trying to get international passport for their newborn babies. And I say, yeah, that's the way to go.
Okay, so someone is saying, Minta, please, 1 minute, please. Someone is saying Minta is not the same again. When you pay, they will schedule you for appointment. As I speak, appointment date is in October. I will look for that tweet. Please, I read that tweet yesterday. In fact, that person published that tweet maybe 3 days ago. She did it online. She said she gave a comprehensive detail, step by step. And she even said her friend that did even after her has gotten her own too. And I'm very sure she cannot be lying on a public platform. So I don't want to believe, because a lot of people believe that if you don't know somebody, you
cannot get your passport.
So this one is online. I think is the shortcut that is putting people into trouble now. If you go through the normal process, which is the online application, that lady said is within 4 weeks. I am going to try. I am not promising, but I will try to look for that tweet. If I get it, I will copy the link and put it on this live video so that people can go and read up and do the needful. So please go ahead.
Yeah. So apart from international passport, which is compulsory, no international passport, no overseas job. Another thing that is required is the international certifications. That is also very important. So
international certification. Please help me put it in the comments.
So international certifications are very important for most of the jobs. It is very important for you to be able to prove that the knowledge and experience you have can be adaptable to the country you're going. But in the case of healthcare assistant, this is very, very key, because no international certification, no overseas job. Don't even bother to apply. It's a no-go area. Why? Because let's talk about Africans now, because I think majority of our viewers will be from Africa. The African healthcare system is the complete opposite to the UK healthcare system. For example, let's talk about UK. I'll talk briefly about Canada too, but I'll try and juggle in between the two because healthcare assistant is now vacancies are now coming up in Canada too. So for the healthcare system
Please,
in the United
please, I'll
Kingdom.
come in. I'll come in. I'm sorry for coming.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Joy Nwanwi, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name very well. From LinkedIn, she has put the link of that tweet. God will bless you for me, Joy.
Oh, that's
Joy,
lovely.
God will bless you for me, Joy. God will bless you. I'm so excited that you're able to get that link. She put it on LinkedIn. So if you're not watching on LinkedIn, you might not be able to access it. Please rush to my LinkedIn and join the video on LinkedIn so that you will be able to access that tweet. Just click on that link. Well, I'm not sure it will be accessible now until we finish. So when we finish this live video, just go to my LinkedIn, click on it, and you will be able to read the details. Thank you very much, Joy, once again. Please go ahead,
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Josiah.
a smart one, Joy. Thank you so much. I was talking about the international certifications. So the international certification is very key because the African healthcare system is completely different from the Canadian healthcare system, the UK healthcare system. In fact, they are worlds apart. So it means that no matter how many years you've practiced in your country of origin, let's say you've practiced for 30 years or 25 years, doing that same thing over and over and over again, so much that even if you close your eyes and they blind spot you, you will perfectly do that thing because you're now a guru in delivering that kind of healthcare service. When you get to UK, it's like a PhD student going back to kindergarten. So it means everything you know where you're coming from, you're going to dump it and you're going to start
At the
learning.
airport.
Yeah, you're going to start to go back to kindergarten and start learning afresh. So when I was coming to the UK, for example, I practiced in Africa for 20 years. And 20 years I've practiced in healthcare for 20 years. And that 20 years is not only bedside. I've practiced in the clinicals, I've practiced in the community, I've practiced as an international global health leader. I've practiced as a continental global health leader. I have gotten involved in so many diverse fields. But I tell you, mental health, I did a lot of mental health practice for over 15 years, and it was core mental health practice, boardroom mental health practice, consultation at the table for counseling and stuff, dealing with patients directly, clinical practice. And then I got to UK. Believe me, sincerely, I went back to kindergarten as in I didn't know anything, because the practice was completely different. So I had to start doing some certifications that would teach me about the UK healthcare system, their legal laws, their policies, then begin to incorporate that, unlearn what I've heard, and then start now relearning and learning new things. And that took me about 3 to 6 months to be able to now bring what I already know to merge with what I'm learning to be able to practice effectively. So you can understand what I'm saying. And that is why the international certification is very important. So there are certifications that are online. Like some people saying I've been looking for job. I said send me your CV, and when I get to see their CV, I see the kind of certifications that are on their CV are not endorsed by the UK government. So people go to online courses. I won't mention name of online platforms. They go to online platforms and do these free certifications. They are the exact, almost the same content of the ones endorsed by the UK certification, UK government. But the difference is that the UK government have specific organizations that they have approved to conduct this international certification program. So if the certification program that you have is from an online platform that is not among those lists, it reduces your chance of being recognized as someone who is certified enough by the employer, because the employers have this list in their head. They have it in their mind. So the international certification must not only be just any international certification, preferably not a free one, but a paid one.
And from approved bodies.
And from approved government body. There are 2 bodies that are in UK that have been endorsed to approve organizations that render certifications. We have the Skills for Care and the Skills for Health. I think I got it right. Yeah, Skills for Care and the Skills for Health. So those 2 organizations are and they work with the CQC, the Quality Control Organization for Healthcare in UK, and to approve organizations that issue this certification. So if the certifications you are doing is not teaching toward that side, it might be difficult for you to really prove that your job application is a strong one. So international certification is another step that you need to take up.
So we've
Your
talked
international
about two things
passport,
now. Number one, international passport. Number two, international certification.
international
So number
certification. So
three,
yeah, so that's those two steps are very crucial. When you are on those two steps, then you know you are in serious
I'm
business.
heading somewhere.
Another thing now that applies, but does not apply to everyone, is show that at least you have an idea about healthcare practice. You don't have a
Okay.
background. You're an accountant, you're an engineer, you're a lawyer. You can come in. But make sure you show that you have an idea about practice of healthcare. So
Okay.
for people who are working in core healthcare field, dealing with patients every day, working in hospitals, they don't need that experience. They already got it. But for those who have never been in the healthcare field before, their academic qualifications, the university, HND, ND is not related to healthcare. They will
Okay.
need to prove to the employer that they have an idea about what is going on in the healthcare field. And so
Okay.
the third thing we tell our mentees and our mentees is you need to find somewhere like a healthcare organization where you can either begin to work as a volunteer, begin to work as an intern, begin to work as an apprentice, to have an idea about what goes on within the four walls of an healthcare institution. And why that is very important because if you do not have that experience, and maybe by chance you get called up for interview, they're going to ask you questions that are related to what happens in the healthcare vicinity. And if you have not gotten that experience, this is where what you read in book or what you watch on YouTube is not applicable. It will not work because you have to give your own real life experiences of what you did when you were working in that environment. So it's always good to have that little experience. It doesn't have to be 1 year, 2 years. At least as 3 months, 6 months, 1
6
year.
months.
Yeah,
Volunteers. Look for
yeah,
healthcare organizations.
yeah. Where you can,
Volunteer. And when you're
volunteer,
volunteering,
intern.
open your mind to learn. Learn as much as you can. You know you are there for a mission. So even the things they don't ask you to do, you do it. Please let me help you to do this one. How do you do it? You are inquisitive, you are curious, you want to know. You have a listening ear and a open mind to learn. With that, you will be able to accumulate a little experience that at least can see you through the process and the journey. Okay, so that's very crucial. Number one, international passport. Number two, international certification. And number three, healthcare knowledge through volunteering for people who are not
Experience,
in the
yeah.
health sector before. Okay, so let's continue.
Yeah, so before now, this particular step was not necessary, but I think it has become a necessity now, and that is
Okay.
additional qualifications. So before now, there's something they call the care certificate. The care certificate is the basic certification you need to be able to practice in the healthcare system in UK.
Okay.
Once you have that, you can work as an healthcare attendant because everything, the basic things you need to know is already covered in the care certificate program. And when you come into the UK, your employer is under obligation to send you to so many courses that will, give you advanced knowledge about practice. You're not expected to have those advanced knowledge before you leave your country. So, but now the healthcare attendant job has become highly competitive. So I had a series of conversations with recruiters in the last few weeks. I think about 1 month ago or thereabout, 6 weeks ago, yeah. And they said, Josiah, we are shocked. And I said, what do you mean? He said, we put out vacancies for six job vacancies, and we have six spaces in our organization, and 1,500 people are applying. How do we go? And I said, wow, are you serious? He said, yes. And he showed me. He said, 1,500 people applying for 6 positions. So the healthcare assistant route has become a big issue. It's become so competitive. It was not like that before at the beginning of the year, but now it is becoming so overwhelmed. And people say, JJ, we need vacancies. Can you send us vacancies? I said, I don't send out vacancies. I'm sorry. Because sending out vacancies and putting it on the internet is not helping the situation. I am a recruiter. I am a recruitment expert, and I deal with recruiters a lot, and I can see the kind of bulk, the kind of difficult job it is giving them to be able to, sort out and sift applications. So one of my job is to provide solutions that will make recruitment easier. And so
Easy
I
for
say,
them.
the more you put out, the more I put out those job applications, those job
The more we
vacancies there,
get
the
overwhelmed.
more people who are not that, it's not even people applying that is my concern. People who are not qualified
Qualified. So they
will
give you a lot of work
apply,
trying to sort and
and that shoots
do
up the
the
number of
thing.
applications. Now, let me give you this, Minta. Let me give you this. By the time these people apply, you find out that out of that 1,500 applications, only 70 were supposed to actually meet up with the criteria of that job. So it means over 1,400 applications that came in were not even qualified. They don't even meet up. So it's a lot of big issues. So because it has become competitive, what I usually advise people is get additional certifications. So currently we are on a scholarship program where we've been able to partner with a UK-based organization that is working with the UK government, and they've opened up their portal for us and say, look, we have over 80 certifications available to anyone who wants to shoot up their chances of coming to the UK and getting employed. So these 80 certifications cost over £200. So it means that people who want to do these certifications, maybe you want to do 20 of them, you will do one year, £20, you do one year, £10, you do one year, £15. And by the time you are accumulating 10 certifications, you are spending over £180. So they're saying, okay, this certification program, we give you access to 80 of them, but we give you some free scholarship so that nobody pays for them, and then we give you some partial scholarship so that people just pay a token to access that
Access
certification.
them.
So that
Wow.
is now giving people opportunity to be able to do as many certifications as possible, so that when you're going for interview, when you're sending your job applications, you have an edge. You that have done quite a variety of 20, 25, 30 certification program have an edge over someone who's done
Over
3.
someone.
As a recruitment expert, I won't see someone who has 3 certifications on the CV and see someone who has done 30 certifications and go for person with
And
3.
pick the
I
three.
have this impression that the person who has gone the extra mile to do 30 certifications has a passion for the healthcare field, and that's the kind of person I'm looking for. So additional certification is something that has become a necessity and no longer a luxury. And that takes us to the next thing, the job application. Now that is the next stage you need to go, and that is one of the most important factor that disqualifies people from even being eligible to be considered for sifting their job application. So we have the CV and the cover letter. Now the CV, when we started our mentorship and coaching program, usually when people come, we say send in your CV, and we discovered that people who are sending their CV who want to apply for UK job are sending African CV. It's not going to call it work. Like what Bishop used to say. Call it work. It cannot work.
Work.
It call it work. So you can't use your African CV to apply for a UK job or
An
Canadian
international
job.
job.
No, it's not going to work. Why it's not going to work is because there's something they call the applicant tracking system in the UK. The applicant tracking system is a computerized system that sieves job applications. Now, what they do is program the applicant tracking system with keywords. We call it keywords. So the recruiter or the employer will say, this is the kind of person I'm looking for this
I
role.
want.
Yeah, so they will look at all those words and program it into the applicant tracking system. So when the applications are coming in, for example, it goes to the applicant tracking system, and the computer begins to dump those CVs or those applications that are not having those keywords in them, dump it straight into the trash. So the application does not even get to the recruiter or the employer in the first place. So people say I sent 100 applications, and I'm like, 100 applications might not even get one of them, and none of them might even get to the recruiters if your applications, your job applications are not ATS compliant and not UK standard or Canadian
Compliant.
standard applications. And it's not only that, it's not only the standardization now. There's something we call optimization. If your CV, your cover letter are not optimized, that means you are bringing out the best, making it like some of the best job applications you're putting across. It is not going to actually get a look into either by a human recruiter or even by a
Machine.
computerized system. And for human recruiters, there are some job applications that so cold emails. People send cold emails out where they put in their cover letter and their CV, and human recruiters read this email. The human recruiter that has about 300 emails to read has only about 30 seconds. Maybe if you have
If you are lucky that they even read
ge-
it.
if you are generous enough, maybe 60 seconds to go through your CV or your cover letter. 30 seconds. And what are they doing? They're skimming through. And why the skimming is important is because they have to do this fast. So skimming through an application 30 seconds, I already have in my head what I'm looking for. Within the
Oh, so when I don't see it, I
first
just trash it.
first quarter of your CV or your cover letter, first quarter, that's what divide the CV and cover letter into 4 places. The first part, just going through it. If you give me a CV now, give me 10 seconds to go through that CV. I can tell you this CV should be dumped into the dustbin or this CV should be considered for interview. Give me just 10 seconds. I can tell you. Because all I need to do is scan through the first quarter and I tell you, no, this is I just dump
This
it.
is-
So that CV optimization is very important. So important that what you want to do is that the first 30 seconds that the recruiter or the employer spends on your CV, exactly the exact words is looking for, the exact terms is looking for, the exact skills and qualities is he or she is looking for is what is finding on your CV. So it means that you can be smart enough for those who have mentors and coaches career. That's why we usually encourage people to have career mentors and coaches. Your career mentors and coaches will give you the smart move to be able to put your job application in such a way that you can already dictate or predict what the employer is looking for and make your job applications the exact picture of what he's looking for. So these are optimization skills and arts that people need to learn to make their CV and cover letter optimized so that
Nice.
their job applications will be attractive and irresistible. That's what I use. That's what I love using. Irresistible to the employers. And if we want to spend time on breaking that down, we cannot finish. We cannot really finish that today. So preparing an attractive and irresistible job application is also the next stage of applying for job overseas, like the UK for healthcare assistant role. Then after that, you move to the next thing, which is job search optimization. That's the next thing you do. Job search optimization. Now, what does job search optimization involve? Now, majority of the job applications, not all, majority of the job applications that are being sent into UK come through the job portals. We have job portals, real job portals. So these job portals, like Total Jobs, like Indeed, like so these job portals is where you go to upload to fill in your job applications when you have a job vacancy. Now it means that you have a ready-made, what we call a cold CV and a cold cover letter. That is a ready-made CV and cover letter that you have prepared for the role of healthcare assistant. You must always have one that is, we call it code CV and code cover letter, which has the exact keywords that align with the role of a healthcare assistant. Now, when you now see a job vacancy, you go to the job portal and begin to copy what you have on your CV or your cover letter and insert it into the job portals. Now, you must master the use of the job portals, because if you don't have the job search optimization or job portal optimization skill, you will not know how to coin what you are putting into the job portal to match the exact way the recruiter or the employer what they are looking for. That's very important. Apart from that, the job search optimization is also important because it's one thing to say there are jobs. It's another thing to know how to get where the jobs are. Now, quite a majority of people who come to my Facebook chat bros, LinkedIn chat bros, they keep telling me, no, many people watch a lot of YouTube videos. I said it's good to watch YouTube videos. You need to watch a lot of YouTube videos because the knowledge will be very, very handy. But you must be careful that you don't depend entirely on YouTube videos to embark on your migration journey. It's one thing to have the knowledge. It's another thing to know how to apply the skills
Apply
to
the
apply the knowledge. So
knowledge.
many people come to me and say, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've been sending 250 applications, and all of them are yeah. Some of them get it right with their job applications. They watch YouTube videos, they get it right, they package it, but then they get stuck. I've had several people said, I've been on this journey for 6 months. I've been on this journey for 8 months. And I'm like, wow, I've been on this journey for 4 months. I've sent 250 applications. And majority of these applications are telling me, sorry, we only give jobs to people who are already residing in the UK. And that is where the job search optimization comes in. Because if you don't have the job search optimization skills, you won't be able to detect where to find the jobs that are actually for people outside the United Kingdom or outside Canada. If you go online and keep typing healthcare assistant jobs vacancy, it will give you a lot. You will get over 2,000 vacancies healthcare assistant role. But I can tell you 85-90% or 95% of them are jobs that are for people in the UK. So you need that job search optimization skill. So be able to detect which jobs are actually for people who are for sponsorship, who are getting visa sponsorship into the UK. And so you need to also move to that stage of knowledge and skills and experience. Apart from that, you also need to begin to prepare for job interviews, because job interview skills are very important when it comes to job searching for jobs online. So as you are preparing your cover letter, you're preparing your CV, you're getting your certification, you're gathering your experience, another step you need to take is to prepare for job interviews, because you don't want to be called for an interview and mess up when you get there. And there's a way that we use the word interview mastery skill. The interview mastery skill is something you need to get. With the interview mastery skill, you can predict the interview question that the employer will ask even before you go for interview. We've had a few interview drill sessions and mock sessions with some of our coaching students, and they came back and they're shouting, coach, exactly the questions we dealt with is what they asked me. And I said, yeah, and this is what we do. So when we know the questions in advance, we prepare the answers in advance. But we just make sure that it's not a scripted answer. You just, adapt the answers, So this is also another stage that you need to move to when you are applying for the job overseas. So having mastered the skills and these areas, you can say that you are really, really in serious business in getting jobs overseas. It may not come early. It may not come 1-2 months. Like I used to leave people, give yourself 3 to 6 months to really go through that journey, because it's not something you wake up one morning and the job falls on your lap. It's not going to work like that. So I tell people, we don't deal with desperate people. If they're desperate, people are frustrated. So you can't afford to be desperate on this journey. You need to be patient. You need to have a positive mind. You need to be optimistic. You need to do what we call positive affirmations every single day. Confess positively, boost your self-confidence and your positivity and your optimism up, and be patient that this job will come. So once you are able to cover these areas, there are some other things that you need to know that you need to work on while on the ground, while preparing to migrate to the UK. And what are these things? One is you need to do test of English. That's the stage that really, really comes. Now, we say people can migrate to the UK with test of English or without test of English. And I will explain that. If you are a graduate, a BSc holder, a master's holder, you don't need test of English to migrate to the UK.
Okay.
Because it means that you were taught English language, and all you need to do is send a proof to the body that regulates, that evaluates certifications, saying, this is my transcript, this is all my qualifications. I was taught in English language for so years. Can you please evaluate it and exempt me for test of English, because I am giving you proof that I can speak English, I can read English, and I can write English very well. And they evaluate and they say, no, you don't need test of English. We are proving this as evidence that you don't have problem with English. So for those who are graduates, like they have BSc, they have masters, they can actually skip. They don't need test of English. Okay. But if you have an ND, you have HND, you have school cert, you need to see for test of English. But that is not a problem, because there are 2 types of test of English. We have the IELTS academic and general, which is as a high standard. that you need to meet. Like you need to score 7.5, as an overall mark, which a lot of people are struggling with. But we also have what we call the UKVI IATS. So the good news is that for those who are coming to the UK as healthcare assistant, you don't need to go through the IATS academic that is as a high score. The UKVI IATS says that all you need to do is score like 5.5, compare 7 points to 5.5 or 6. So if you score 5.5 and you with the UKVI IATS, which is very easy to do. And someone sent me, one of our coaching students sent me a result yesterday, and she scored 7.58, and I'm like, wow, oh shit. So it is very easy to smash if you're able to get a good guidance and get the materials to read. So with the UKVI IATS, if you're not a graduate, if you don't have VNSC or master's degree, you need to do the UKVI IATS. And so for people struggling, I'm trying to get in the UK with the academics, the IATS academics or general is a good one for them. Some of them have sat for these exams. They're getting 6.5, 6.5. So it means that if they come to the UKVI exam, they can easily smash it and go through. So that UKVI IATS, you need to sit for it if you don't have a degree or master. But if you have a degree or master's qualification, you will need to skip it. Another step that you must also sort out is your COVID vaccination. We don't take COVID vaccination. We really take it serious here because it's really, really important that you don't come to UK to come and complicate
Spread
issues
COVID.
for us. So you need to have a proof that your vaccination is up to date.
Okay.
For those who do not have a healthcare background, you need a letter of recommendation from where you are now working or where you are an apprentice or an intern or volunteer. You need a letter of recommendation from that place to show that yes, you are competent now. Though you've been working with them for 6 months or 1 year, but you are competent to be able to come to work in the UK. Another thing you need is your TB certificates for visa processing. You need your police clearance for security reasons. And I always encourage people when you are applying for jobs and you're getting interview offers, start sorting out your international driver's license and even try and learn basic driving skills. Not compulsory, but necessary for some jobs, because some jobs will tell you if you can't drive, you can't get those jobs. So, and for single people single people have a lot of advantage because they can do domiciliary, where they stay in a particular house of a patient and they stay there and they need to drive around to move to another patient. So single people who want to come have a more advantage if they know how to drive, because they can
Go
move
and learn how
around.
to drive.
Yeah.
It's
So,
not a
but if
big deal. Go and learn how to
yeah,
drive.
yeah. But even if you don't know how to drive, NHS jobs, for example, don't require driving skills. So you can easily get NHS job without driving skills and without an international driver's license. So these are the stages and step-by-step stages of what you need to do to become an healthcare assistant. And I said, if you're doing it alone, it looks like a big, huge mountain. But if you're having someone holding your hand, like a mentor, like a coach, inspiring you, motivating you, there are days you are like, no, I've sent in 50 applications and I am not even getting a single response. And it is your mentor and your coach that will tell you, no, you don't have to get tired. We'll give you the right words, the right things to say at the right time. And you don't know where the energy is coming from, and then you are back on. So if you're doing this job and this job search alone, overseas job search alone, it can be frustrating, it can be draining, it can be disappointing, it can make you want to lose your self-confidence and your self-esteem because you feel that there's something you're not doing right, you're not good enough. And that is why it's always good to be on the job side with career mentors, career coaches who can always support you and help you go through successfully. I
So
hope I've been
this
able to
like
kill that
this is a
question.
whole lot. So okay, I don't want this video to be too long because we've spent 1 hour already.
Oh my
And
God, are you kidding me?
yes, we spent 1 hour. And because of people who are going to be catching the replay, if it's too long, they will just watch little and just dump it. So the other questions I'm going to be asking, I wanted to just spend maybe like 1 minute, 2 minutes,
Okay.
And that is why the 4 weeks coaching, Mr. Josiah is organizing a 4 weeks coaching for everyone who is interested. It's a paid program, and the journey starts from there. If you are looking at international opportunities, you should not be weary of spending money. Like, it shouldn't be a burden, a problem for you to pay your coach or to pay for a coaching program to learn all of this, you will discover that the way you has been speaking for the past 1 hour is not a small thing. It's a whole lot of things. Of course, they are not hard things, but the process is kind of long, and you need people by your side to help you, to encourage you, to give you tips, acts, so that you won't spend eternity doing one thing, something that someone can just give you tips and you just, somebody said something that there is no shortcut, but there is a fast track. There's no shortcut, but there is a fast track. So don't waste your time on try and error. One of the things that try and error will do to you is it will make you frustrated. It will make you lose your energy. It will make you get drained and overwhelmed easily. So instead of going through the process yourself, I will encourage that we all register for this 4 weeks program. On the screen, you will see the details, the website. Please, if you're going to be contacting Mr. Josiah, don't go and be asking him questions inbox. He cannot attend to everybody inbox. Please, just ask him for the link to join the 4 weeks coaching program. Ask him for the link. He will send the link to you. You will go through it yourself and you will register. Please and please do not ask him questions. How do I get certification? He cannot answer everybody. He is also a full-time employee. So we will not going to be.
Let me quickly say something. Quinta, let me quickly say something there. So we have an automated line that is not being attended to by a woman. It's a virtual line. We have a virtual assistant. So I'll call out that line. So all they need to do is indicate interest that they want to enroll on the 4 week coaching program on that line, and the virtual assistant will attend to it. I'm not in charge of that line.
Is it a WhatsApp number?
It's a WhatsApp platform. It's a WhatsApp line. So I'll call the number.
Please, everybody watching, please help me type the number in the comments.
Yeah, +44 73 60 09 36 70. I'll call it again. +44 73 60 09 36 70. So let me categorically state again that this line is not being handled by anyone. It's an automated line. So don't expect that someone will answer any other question apart from the coaching question. So if you send anything coaching, the word that the line is using for is coaching. If it detects coaching in your message, it will give you an automated response about how you can access the coaching program. So you can even type coaching, just send coaching, and then you get the response.
Okay.
So
the 4 weeks coaching program is what is going to do justice, because we cannot just be here talking. Some people are not even writing anything, So at the end of the day, you still need to go through the normal learning process to get a good grasp of all those things we have been talking about. But nevertheless, I'm still going to ask a few questions before we finally call it a day. But I don't want it to be too long. I want it to be in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We are done with this whole thing. So don't go into details again. Anybody that wants details should join the coaching program so that we can move fast, and people who are watching the replay can be able to do so. So now the next question is, how long does it take to complete this entire process we have narrated? How long?
Yeah, we usually say within 3 to 6 months, you should be able to complete your process. Now, why 3 to 6 months? We say give yourself 3 months to get accustomed to the journey, what it takes, everything. Master it, master your job application, master your job search engine, master your CV, master how to send out as many emails as possible. So by the time you're sending emails over a 1 month period, over a 2 month period, definitely something will come up. But you can't expect to send email for 2 weeks and get tired. And so we usually say 3 to 6 months. So now, if you get a job offer, the migration doesn't happen immediately. There are so many immigration procedures that is involved. So if you get a job offer today, it might take you another 4 weeks, another 6 weeks, another 8 weeks for you to now say, yes, I've gotten my visa, I'm booking my flight ticket, I'm coming to the UK. So for people who are always frustrated, I tell you, you can't afford to expect to get on this journey 2 months ago and you want to land in UK. It's not going to work. So people who are coming to the coaching, let me quickly say this. People who want to, we even screen people who want to attend to who want to come to the coaching program. There are 2 types of people that we don't take to the coaching program. Those who are desperate, we don't take them. If you are desperate, we will not take you because they're going to give us problem. Because we tell
Yes,
you
even
do
with your
this, do
money,
this, and you're
even me,
like,
I
no, no,
don't
no,
take
no.
desperate people for my online program because they
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to
So
start doing business online today, and tomorrow they want
yeah,
to start making
you want
money. I don't take
instantly
those
they
kind
want to
of
get
people in
result.
my
We
life.
don't. We don't want. We want people that are ready to learn the ropes
Go
and
through the
get the journey.
process.
And let me tell you, we even have many of our coaching students now who are now becoming mentors because they went through the process step by step to the extent that they have mastered that process now, and they can close their eyes and teach others who are just are new on the program. So that is
Which can
very
even fetch
important.
them additional money as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that is so 3 to 6 months. Give yourself. So for our coaching students that are coming in, I would say before the end of December 2022, give yourself to that time. Start planning to pack your load and baggages by the end of December 2022. If it comes before, fine. If it doesn't come before that, just condition your mind. But before the end of the year, talk to God about it. You definitely not spend New Year in Africa.
Yay! Bye bye to Africa. All right, thank you very much for that very simple but explicit explanation. So, number 3 question is: what does an average job offer cover? What does the package look like?
Yeah, I mentioned it before. There are two types of packages. We have the employer package and the agency package. Now, the employer package is the sweetest of the packages, and people are getting employer's package. The employer package means the employer is saying, we want to sponsor you to come to the UK, and we will take care of everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. So the employer package will cover your visa processing. They will be the one that will undo, sort out your visa, pay for your visa processing. They'll be the one that will cover your flight ticket. So sweet. Cover your flight ticket. They'll be the one that will give you
I
a
can only
certificate of
imagine.
sponsorship. And what the certificate of sponsorship does is saying that this person is coming to UK and we are standing as a guarantor that this person is not going to be a nuisance in the UK because we're going to cater for his or her expenses when the person gets to UK. Imagine that kind of endorsement for a UK recognized employer. At the visa office, they don't even think twice. They do no interview, no anything. They just, it's just
They
fast
just
track.
have
So the
bam.
COS, yeah, they just, give you a visa straight. The COS is very important. They give you a COS. And when you arrive in the UK, it's usually difficult accommodation. They give you at least 2 months. Some give 3 months accommodation. They give you 2 months accommodation where you will stay for 2 months, where you can stabilize, and then you can start looking for your own accommodation. And one of my mentees sent me an offer letter yesterday, and they're even saying that on Friday, and they're even saying that if we give you 2 months accommodation, and after 2 months you don't have an accommodation, you can pay a token amount of money, still stay in the accommodation till you are able to, as low as £240 or something. So these are what the kind of juicy offers that are available from the employers. And apart from that, some will even go the extra mile. We have nice NHS employers that will say, we give you £200, £300, or £500 as pocket money to help you stabilize for your first months before you get your salary. So these are job offers. Now let me now kill it off. In case you have a family, now the job offer now comes with a package that your family can also come along with you. Now, the employer will say, we cannot cater for the expenses of your family, but we give you that COS. And if you want a letter, we also give you a letter to the immigration office saying that, yes, we are supporting that you should bring along your family because we know that without your family, you cannot work for us well. We can't optimize. You can't work at your optimal level. So you need your family here. So they say you can also bring your family. We support you to bring your family. So this is what the employer package looks like. But the agency package is a bit not straightforward. And the agency package is for those who are saying, look, I don't need a sponsorship. I'm well to do in Nigeria. I just
want to leave
I just
Nigeria.
want to leave this Africa. I just want to come to UK. I just want to come to
I
UK
really
come
do
and
not
work.
care.
Yeah, I just want to come to UK. I love to be a nurse. I love to be a healthcare assistant, but I want to practice it in the UK healthcare system. I want to advance my career in the healthcare system. I want to relocate. So those people are saying, I have people who are working in banks and oil and gas company, and they're saying, look, just let us get the job. If you say I should bring £5,000, £10,000, I will give it to you as long as it's guaranteed that I'll get the job and I'm qualified for the job and get it. Now, before now, we don't usually deal with the agency package. I tell you before now, but I can tell you that over the last 3 weeks, The people that have been approaching us for the agency package and saying, we have the money, can we get the jobs? They are now many. So we are forced to start talking to partners. And as at yesterday, today Sunday, as at Friday, we just got a partner who is ready to give certificate of sponsorship to people who can pay for the package, the agency package. So people are saying, I can pay £5,000, I can pay £10,000. And let me tell you, these jobs are guaranteed. They are there. So it means that if you're able to go for the agency package, you will get the job instantly. You just schedule an interview for you, and then you get a job.
Wow.
And let me also say, if you fail the interview, your money will be refunded to you. So the money is not going down the drain. So if you fail the interview, you don't get a job, your money will be refunded to you. So that's a new package that we're on. And why we're running this is because over the last 3 weeks, people have been asking for it so much. So in August, we're starting first week of August, we're kicking off that package for those who are saying, don't worry, I have the money, I have £5,000, I have £10,000, I have £15,000. Let's just get this job done. And less than 1 month, they get the COS, they get the job offer, and they're preparing to come to the UK. So those are the kind of packages that we have.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So you have the option now. Either of the two is okay if you are able to meet the criteria for either of the two. Okay, so number 4, we have just 2 more questions. Please, if you're watching us, kindly help to reshare this video. Share. You can see on the screen we have something for you when you share this video, so that more people will be able to get this information. So I know this is going to be a whole lot, but I don't want you to go into details. Like I said, what are the challenges currently hindering overseas applicants from accessing this juicy offer? This juicy job offer.
I won't spend much time on this. Like you said, let me just touch 1 or 2 challenges. I'll just mention the challenges briefly, so I won't go into details. Number 1 challenge is lack of information. Is one of the major challenges. People don't have information. Now,
and that's what we are doing here, to give this information.
That's what we're giving free of charge. That's what we've been doing this for the past 4 months. We're giving people information, and that's why we have a boot camp. We have a boot camp that we did, where we detail everything. 3 days we're on the boot camp, dishing out all the information, everything you need to know. If you go to a YouTube channel, Go Global TV, that's the YouTube channel. You will see the boot camp there. Now, one of the major challenge is lack of information. And some people have information, but they don't have the skill to be able to convert that information and apply it and execute. That's another problem. So people have information, right? They go to YouTube videos, they watch everything, they have all this knowledge. But now, when it comes to converting the information to something that is going to bring result, they struggle. That is another challenge. Another challenge that people have is they don't have the skills of creating irresistible job applications. And if no irresistible job applications, no overseas sponsorship. Interview challenge. Many people don't know how to answer interview questions. Many people don't know how to search for the jobs. That's another one. Another challenge is many people who don't have a healthcare background are saying, how do I get a clinic to attach themselves to? These are some of the challenges that we have seen along the line. But I can tell you, those on our coaching program are not having any of these challenges, because every single step on the way, each time they come with a new challenge, different challenge, we just tell them, do this, and they get the results. So these are some of the challenges that we're trying to address with the coaching program. Unfortunately, we wish we can save everyone, but we cannot save everybody. So we're just trying to, maximize our own strength, because we are very busy people. And that is why we're restricting the coaching program to a certain level and few people, so that we can concentrate and be able to give time and effort to them.
So please, if you know this is really something you want, you need to sign up for that coaching program as soon as you can. I think the threshold is 100 or something. I don't even know. It's just little. So if the slot is already exhausted, that's the hint. Now, let me ask this question. It's not part of the question I intended to ask anyway, but let's say, I am a busy professional too. I don't have time to sit down in one coaching class and be listening to you and be listening to all your tales and all that. I just want to work with you one-on-one, consultation. You pay I want to pay you as a consultant. You just consult for me. Just give me like a private or one-on-one stuff. Do you also deliver that too?
Yeah, we have a one-on-one package. We have lead coaches. We have what we call lead coaches. So we have about 4 lead coaches that are available for one-on-one package. So if one is too busy, there is always one that we do the matching depending on the individual. We look at the coaches, we do the matching too. So we have lead coaches handling one-on-one package, and that one-on-one package is for 4 weeks. And that 4 weeks, we're going to devote special attention to you and support you all through the 4 weeks. From that point of you are an completely ineligible applicant to become an irresistible and attractive applicant that employers cannot resist not to employ.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so you can hear him already. If you want to engage him one-on-one, he has an academy. So it's not a one man thing or one man show, one man business. It's a well-structured organization with competent people, lead coaches, trainers, mentors, and so on. So if you want them to hold your hand one-on-one on this journey, you can get in touch with my host. Please do not go to him, like I said, do not go to him with questions. Somebody is already asking about academic opportunities. We are not talking about academic opportunities here. We're talking about job opportunities. Because I know after this show now, people will come to your inbox with, a whole lot of questions. Just this afternoon, somebody, I don't even know that person. I don't even know how the person got my number. He just got my number, chatted me up and said, good afternoon. I said, good afternoon. And can I ask you some questions? In the first time, I was like, I don't know you, you don't know me. Just came to and people do that thing a lot. They just pick your number from online and come with. In fact, some of them would have typed out a long list of questions. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me. You come to my inbox and say you want to ask me a question. So I don't want to be like, okay, let me give him a chance. You know, we never knew. He now asked one question. I managed to answer that question because I was already irritated with the whole thing. I don't know you from anywhere. I can't even identify you as anybody. Maybe from my social media platform, from my fan, my audience, or I can't identify you as anybody. Okay, you asked the first question and I answered you. That was how this guy continued asking questions. And like I used to do, I just ignore him there. I don't even have the energy to be typing. I have a lot to do. I just ignore him because I don't know you. You come to my inbox to come and be asking me. I don't know how people behave these days. Please and please, I'm telling you once again, don't go to his inbox to go and ask him questions. If you're ready for this journey, just sign up for his coaching program or you engage him one-on-one for consultation. Now we're going to be, I'm going to be asking you the last question before we call it a day. It's been a whole lot of conversation, but I'm very glad that this is very useful. Now, the question is, what kind of support are available for overseas applicants who want to make their migration dream come true between now and December 2022? We still have I think we have I don't know, 5 months. Yeah, we still have 5 months left in this year, and it's enough to do anything reasonable you want to do on this journey. So please go ahead.
The first support is inspiration and motivation.
Okay.
People need inspiration. Aminta, I was talking with a couple today, and I what I heard saddens my heart. They mentioned it. They said, JJ, do you know that a loaf of bread is now 1,000 naira in Nigeria? I said, no, it's not possible.
It's crazy.
No, I said, it's not possible. I said, have I lost touch with what is happening? I said, yeah.
You've lost touch.
Wow. Hey. Bread is one of the most common food everybody cannot do without. How are people surviving?
You see this question you asked. I still ask somebody today. I wanted to book. Sorry for interrupting you. You know, I'm just being pained. I wanted to book a local ticket. I told you I'm going to be going to Nigeria very soon. I wanted to book a local ticket. On Saturday, last week Saturday, I checked. The thing was about 93,000. I said, okay, let me quickly confirm something with someone so that I will know when to book. And, you know, on Thursday, when I went back to the same platform to book tickets, my brother, do you know how much I saw the ticket? 121,000. Local flights that I used to book 40,000. Even as at last year, November, I still took a local flight and I paid like 53,000 or 52,000. So in my head, I was calculating that maximum 60K. You understand? Between that November till now, flight ticket is now double. I eventually booked that flight ticket 121,000. The next day, when I now went there and said, let me even go and see what is happening again, the thing has become 131,000. I said,
Wow.
I
Wow.
had to ask somebody today, can you explain to me how you people are surviving in this country? Because I
No,
really
that was the
don't
same question I
understand.
asked. I
It's
don't know
getting
how. Yeah.
terrible.
So what we do
Oh,
now is why we started this project. The major reason why we started this project was because at some point we had people saying I paid £5,000, I paid £3,000, and I got scammed because I wanted to come. I'm like, where did you even see the money in the first place? So people were being scammed every day. And when I asked them questions, okay, what type of visa did they say they were going to give you? They said they don't know what type of visa. I said, is it type 2 or type? They said they don't even know. I said, how can
and
you
you
give
paid.
someone money without? So we discovered that people were being swindled because they were not ignorant. So what we now decided to do then, a few months ago when we started this, was we are here, we know how these things run. Why not give people as much knowledge as possible so that they can even differentiate? Now, one of the support that we're giving to people is inspiration and motivation. People need to be inspired and motivated to leave the country. To leave Africa. People see it as being unpatriotic. And I say, no, that's not unpatriotic. That's not being unpatriotic. This is true altruism. If I have 10 people in Africa that I am sending money to, Minta, I'm not going to progress here as fast as I can. Unlike if those 10 people are here with me, it releases my
Yeah,
body. So instead of
yeah.
giving them fishes, why not teach them how to fish? So that is one of the reasons why we're saying inspiration, motivation. We're saying you need to, if you can, if you know what is good for you, try and relocate before the end of December. We are inspired. I get a lot of comments in my inbox saying, I have given up, I've gotten tired, I've got frustrated. But when I see your post, when I see your inspiration, it gingers me up. I've abandoned this journey before. Now, and then many people are coming back with testimonials that since we started following this motivation and inspiration, the energy. So we give a lot of motivation and inspiration. That's why, and the mentorship community, we try once in a while to see how people are doing and ask them what are they doing and give them some
Okay,
inspiration.
somebody
Now,
is
the coaching.
asking. I'm coming, please. Somebody is saying, Madam Adela is saying that what's the chance of success for those interested but don't have healthcare background? We've talked about that. Please, you need to catch up with the replay. In fact, your question is one of the first thing it tackled when we started this show. Please, if you are just joining in between, you might need to do a replay once we finish. Please go ahead.
So we have the support in terms of the coaching program. That is a big, huge support we're giving to people. Now, I tell people that many of our lead coaches who are running this coaching program are very extremely busy people. When I say extremely busy, because in UK you have to pay the bills. So instead of sitting at home, sitting online, doing coaching program that will not fetch you anything, you will want to go and do overtime. So, and when I tell you overtime, I mean people paying you like £40 per hour. You do 12 hours, you know how much that is. Do that one for 10 days in a month. 10 days in a month is something. So people are always using their spare time to want to do as many overtime as possible. But what we do is we have decided to take out of those overtime and throw it aside and say, let's devote it to helping as many people as we want. And so that coaching program is worth so much because sometimes we spend 2 hours in the coaching class drilling people, helping people. So the time we devote to the coaching program is worth so much money. But we're saying, if this is the only way we can support people, we want to support. But guess what? We've discovered that when people don't pay for anything,
Pay for things.
they mess you up completely.
Come and ask me.
They make you go crazy because the commitment is not. You are so committed that the person who is coming for coaching, and I'm like, no, this will not work for us. So we now decided, if you want to show commitment that you're really ready, we want to work with you, you need to commit financially to the coaching program, so that when we're asking you to submit tasks, you know that at least your money is going down the drain if you don't do it. So that is why, otherwise we would have run the coaching program for free. So that coaching program is what a massive support we are giving to people.
Yes, it's good that it's paid. I don't know. Do you want to disclose the amount, or they should just go through the registration before they do the amount?
The coaching program is worth about £1,345. That is the equivalent of what we ditch out in coaching program, about £1,300. But presently, people for the August August coaching program that is coming up, people can pay as little as £150. They can pay as little as £150 to access the coaching program, and that is massive. So after August 1, it will go to £300. So between now and August 1, people can pay £150 to access the coaching program. That's as little. It's very, very compare. Let me tell you, many of our coaching students, when they say it, I'm like, are these people serious? When they started saying it, are they really serious about it?
But I gave 2,000, 5,000.
And now, I've had that statement over and over and over again. 2 weeks into the coaching program, coaching students are saying, we even got value more than. Now, let me tell you something. This July coaching students, at the end of 1 week, we have not even started. We just did onboarding us. And you're saying we've gotten value more than the money we pay. And I'm like, we have not even started. So a lot of testimonies about the value gotten from the coaching. Many people have been on the journey for 4 months, 5 months, and they come to the coaching program. And in 2 weeks' time, when we start handling job application optimization, they just put their hands on their head and say, I have been doing everything wrong. No wonder I've been going round and round. So it's a good thing if people sign up and then they take that journey serious.
So 150 is not a big deal. Believe me, if you're watching this video, £150 is not a big deal. Get in touch via, please, can you call that number again, especially for people who are just joining? Please help us type that number in the comments. Please call the number again because we are ending the show right now.
The number is +44, is a WhatsApp number. Just send coaching to that number, or send one-on-one coaching. If you want one-on-one, you can send one-on-one. If you want the group coaching, you can send coaching. Just send coaching to +44 73 60 09 3670. I'll call that again. +44 73 60 09 3670. That number is not going to respond to any other question.
If you ask us, it's not answer you.
It will not answer you. Only coaching or one-on-one coaching. It will give you
like go type scholarship there. Nothing. All right, it was a very, very insightful session, and I really do not know how to say this, but let me say it. You're a very humble person. You're a very, very humble
Thank you very much.
I don't know. When I talk to some people and I get to meet them maybe like this or meet them physically, I'm just like, are you the same person I've been talking to? Because the kind of humility they exude is not something I can talk. Like the way we interact in WhatsApp, I never knew you were a big man like this. Seriously,
I'm not a big man. I'm a small boy. I'm a small boy.
You're a big man. Seriously, when I heard that you have 20 years experience in healthcare, I'm like, I really need to say this to you. You're a very awesome person. Keep being phenomenal. Keep being good. Your humility is just something I cannot describe. You're a very amazing person. And
thank you very
lastly, you're a good speaker.
My God, thank you.
You speak so well. I mean, you're detailed, you're fluent, you're articulate. I don't know why you people don't do live videos though. I'm the one that asked you to do this live video.
I think I'll start live videos in August. Many people have been asking me to do live videos.
When people hear things, a lot of people have been saying it's Coach JJ, you are the best, this one, that one. They've been hailing you. Because when they hear you speak, they know your competency. They know that you can deliver. From the bunch of information, it's only a fool that will conclude that this coaching program you're talking about is not worth paying for. It's only a fool that will conclude like that, because you have what it takes from everything you've explained. Even not that I'm even trying to, cut it and cut it. I know you can go on and on and on and on and on. You're just a bunch of experience. You're just a bunch of knowledge. You have this experience required on this journey. And that's why I'm appealing to everyone who is interested in this UK journey. See, my mom would tell me that my grandma used to tell her that, I'll say that in Yoruba and interpret it. If you don't go, you cannot come. So if you don't start something, you cannot finish it. It is when you start that you start making progress little by little by little before you finally get to your destination. But when you fold your hands and you did not even start anything, how do you want to get to your destination? So I think the journey should start now, especially if you're looking at leaving Nigeria before the end of the year. Yoruba will say "Orun to wa loke shita shogbe." It means that the sun in the sky is enough to dry whatever clothes you're making, whatever laundry you're making right now. So guys, I want you to key into this opportunity. Sign up for this coaching. It's going to be in August, and this is just the end of the month. So as you're collecting your salary for this end of the month, begin to plan. That is a very good time to do this. Begin to plan that you're going to get on board for that coaching program in August. And once it is September, the cost reverts back to £300, and £150 is a whole lot of money to save yourself. So I think, and for some of us, August is holiday. Most of us, our kids are on holiday in August, and we really have that time. There is no school runs, there is no doing laundry of their uniform, this and that. You have that time to yourself. So it's just a very perfect time for you to get on board for this. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Josiah.
Thank you for having me, Minta. You are doing a wonderful job. You inspire all of us a lot. And you remember, we're supposed to do this over a year ago. If you can remember, when I came to you and said, yeah, you were doing something good. I have a community that I want us to work. Now I think we should take it from here.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this often and often. Personally, I enjoyed this conversation. It was so insightful and value loaded. Thank you so much. And I will see you very soon in London by the grace of God.
Yeah, we can't wait to have you in London.
Don't let me hear stories, though.
Yeah.
UK. And I'm really excited about it because that's the first time we are going to be hosting Tiba outside Nigeria. So we want to try and give you the best we can. And I will see you in November by the grace of God. Thank you so much. My regards to your family. And do have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you, guys. I hope you've gotten value. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please, if you do, kindly share this video. Share. Once you share the video, you can get in touch with me so that I will give you the free access to the monthly mentoring program for overseas job opportunities. Thank you once again. Weekend is already over. Weekend is made in China. It doesn't last, right? The weekend is already over, but I wish you enjoy the remaining part of your weekend, and I wish you a very pleasant week, blessed week, and a very productive week. Thank you all for joining, and God bless you. My regards to your family. Bye. Thank you, Instagram people.